Hello, ladies and gentlemen, crypto deep divers. Welcome back to Weekly Crypto. Today, I'm going to talk about Bitcoin. So, BAKKT is going to launch Bitcoin Future September 23rd. So, they claim that this will settle in Bitcoin. It's not settled in cash, which is different from the CME future contract. And also, I will talk about gold and silver as well. So just in case you're new to the channel, just to remind everybody that you can earn EOS DAI token, basic attention token in Coinbase. And if you haven't installed the Brave browser, you can click the link below. And this is pretty cool because it blocks out all the advertising when you're surfing the internet. It is faster as well. Before we get into that, make sure you subscribe to my channel so you don't miss out the upcoming airdrop or hard fork. Also, you can follow me on Twitter as well. So BAKKT, people talk about BAKKT that, hey, this is good to the community and everything. And this will be settled in the real Bitcoin. And so different from the CME future contract because it's settled in cash and that will be better price discovery, blah, blah, blah. And also this will be served as the gateway for the institution investor. And because they will provide the custodial services and all that. But one thing we have to pay attention, don't forget, BAKKT, they can use rehypothecation to dilute the value of Bitcoin. So if I talk about rehypothecation and commingling probably a year ago in my previous video about BAKKT, and 10 months ago. So I don't like the idea of BAKKT, the institutional investor coming to Bitcoin, because rehypothecation basically, if you haven't watched my previous video, you can go back. So I will put the link below as well. Rehypothecation basically they count the same asset twice, and basically they can double count the Bitcoin. And right now we currently have 21 million Bitcoin, and only 16 or 17 million is available. The rest are either got lost or people lose their private key or people throw away the computer. So right now currently we have only 17 million Bitcoin. But then through the BAKKT is going to rehypothecate Bitcoin probably to billions, from million to billions. I'm not sure. Maybe they will just do 10 times or 10x or 20x. I don't know. That will dilute the value of Bitcoin in the long run. I'm not saying that this is not good short term. They may still pump the price really high, but 17 million Bitcoin is not enough for the institution, the Wall Street investor. It's not enough for people. So many people want to invest, get a piece of this. And in terms of commingling, basically after they rehypothecate, they can commingling those assets. For example, they can commingling those U.S. Treasury, bonds, mortgage-backed security, credit default swap, and all that, And they can just commingling all these others worthless assets together and count as the same asset. They don't differentiate, hey, this asset is Bitcoin, this asset is the credit default swap, or this is a mortgage-backed security, or this is a derivatives, or this is a US Treasury, or this is US dollar, or this is gold and silver. They don't do that in Wall Street. And another thing is they are going to have intermediaries, which is centralize all these things to do the custodial and all that. And this is not good as well, because that could be a central point of failure, and then this will have a hacker probably very interested. And another thing is rehypothecation. They not only they rehypothecate Bitcoin, they can rehypothecate the stocks and bonds as well, because don't forget, rehypothecation is one of the reasons that bring down the financial collapse in 2008. And you have a collapse of Lehman Brothers as well as Bear Stearns. They are all gone already. And and at the time, Bank of America and Merrill Lynch has to merge, otherwise they will collapse. As well as J.P. Morgan, Chase Manhattan Bank has to merge with J.P. Morgan, and otherwise they will not be survived. So that's why. And so rehypothecation basically bring down it's a very common practice in Wall Street. They will bring down the financial. They basically bring down the financial collapse back in 2008. So just don't be fooled by that. So I don't want to go back to detail, but you can go to rehypothecation in Investopedia, and then you play this video. They explain you really well what is rehypothecation. They count the same asset twice, and then different party can count the same asset as well. That is, but anyway. So let's move on to talk about. I will also put the video about those rehypothecation commingling in the link below, so you have better understanding, and you should be smarter than average investor or average crypto holder, because because things are not that simple. You got to think deeper, and yeah. And basically not a financial advice, use your due diligence. So let's talk about gold and silver. Before we do that, let's talk about this interesting thing. So Mr. Anderson at True Crypto 28, he basically tweeting about doing a poll, asking people, hey, are we going to 999 or are we above 10,000? It looks like a lot. We have slightly 51% go to that way. That means the opposite is true. Maybe we'll go down, but I could be wrong too. So that's interesting. Everything is opposite. It's not whatever in the face value. And in terms of gold and silver, Super Crypto talk about August 13. In the gold COT report, you have future and options report. You can see there's tons of short position. So banks are record extreme short. So if you are record extreme short, then he is saying that if banks are correct, gold will crash to 1350 to 1450. If banks are wrong, gold will pump 1700 to almost 1800, which is almost 1900. So remember back in 2000, after the financial crisis, gold go all the way up to almost 2000, I think 1900 something, back in 2010. And so he's also talking about everything is still about future Ponzi scheme. I don't know if you follow me for a while, you probably know that Super Crypto talk about how the future contract manipulate gold and silver, as well as uranium as well, and all the commodity is manipulated by the future contract. And so Bitcoin, we are talking about extreme fear. If it's extreme fear, maybe it's a good idea to establish some position, not a financial advice, use your due diligence. If everybody's euphoria, you probably don't want to buy. And he also tweeted about, I think for now, Bitcoin will rally from the double bottom at 9.5K. Not sure it will rally a lot. Let's see. We do have a double bottom at 9.5K, and then I think it's not double bottom. I think there's a triple bottom too, right? I think a few days ago, we have a Bitcoin go all the way, I think 9,007 maybe, right? And another thing is interesting that August 16, billions of paper gold was dumped in the future market, and gold price drop. Will they dump it below 1,500? Mission accomplished. So they're basically using the paper gold to manipulate in the future market, to manipulate the price of gold. And also Jim Cramer talk about silver. Okay, nobody talk about silver until now, and I talk about gold and silver since last year. If you follow my channel, I talk about it since last year, probably when gold and silver is around 1,200 and silver is around $14-15. And Cramer suggests that it will be $30 to $50. But then after Cramer tweeting about this, talk about this, then gold and silver drop, right? Gold and silver was drop probably a little bit. So whatever CNBC said, just do the opposite. If you have been watching CNBC, everything whatever they said, just do the opposite, because they try to manipulate the hertz. So and also 14,000 as promised by Goldman, right now is no more 14,000. Remember back in the probably last week, Bitcoin still at 11,000. So Goldman said Bitcoin will go to 14,000, and when it was 11,000 instead of 14,000, 9.5K in a 3 day. I think 9.5k. I think we'll go to 9.5k probably. Yes, the day before yesterday, and now CNBC say everyone should put 10% of their money in gold. So that's mean may not be a good idea. Maybe just wait until pullback, because if you look at the RSI and the Bollinger Band right now, gold is at the at the top of the band, so it's not good to buy. And the RSI is pretty high, and also silver, and this is interesting. So this is pretty interesting because every time they say something, just opposite. I remember CNBC talk about Bitcoin. They say they're going to have a breakout from 11,000 to 14,000 in CNBC, and this is exactly what happened. Like a few days later, Bitcoin goes to 9.5k. So just be careful out there. Don't listen to all this BS in CNBC. Don't listen to the mainstream media. Just look at the chart. The chart tell you the whole story. Just forget about those people. So if you found this video helpful, smash the like button, subscribe to my channel, also share with your friends. Please comment below what do you think about the rehypothecation. What about BAKKT? Do you think it's good to the cryptocurrency community or blockchain community as a whole in the long run, or do you think there will be a pump? What do you think? And I don't know, please comment below. I would love to hear from you. What do you think about rehypothecation and commingling? And of course, a lot of people still thinking this is good to the community, but just like the same thing, the CME future contract back in 2007, I mean not 2007, 2017, when Bitcoin was at all-time high, right? They introduced the CME future contract. After the CME future contract introduced, it go all the way down. So anytime Wall Street come in, it's not what you think, as simple as what you think. They pump the price and then they will dump the price, and they will use different instrument, of course, the future contract, to manipulate the price of the commodity, just like gold and silver, and also Bitcoin as well. And right now, banks, they are claiming that using the real asset, but the thing is, but they can rehypothecate Bitcoin, and also they commingling Bitcoin along with other steward asset, like for example, U.S. Treasury, and also other like credit default swap, all this other stuff, or bonds. Bonds may be, bonds may be the next thing, maybe the next best one event. We don't know. And also, I talked about the inverted yield curve in my previous video. So inverted yield curve is already inverted, and we are not saying that the recession is going to come in next 1 or 2 months. After the curve is inverted, it will take about 17 months to 24 months when the recessions come. And during this time, remember back in the financial collapse in 2000, after 2007, 2008, the stock market was at the peak. I think it's October 2007, and the curve was inverted in 2005 around October. So it takes almost 2 years before the financial collapse. So during these 2 years, the stock market still pumped, the party is still going on, so you still have time. So right now, but everybody freak out thinking that, oh my God, it's going to crash in the next few days or next few weeks or next few months. No, you still have time. And plus you have a presidential election cycle coming up, so they're going to pump the market probably. So if they want to, if the president want to be re-elected, they probably, he already say a lot of things to cut interest rate, that he wants to pump the market. So let me know what you think about the commingling and all that. I know a lot of people follow me. They are very smart. They probably know that this is not good. But if you're new, then you should have a better understanding what's going on behind the scene. And that is important. You have got to think critically. So if you find this video helpful, smash the like button, subscribe to my channel. Also share with your friends. Comment below. I would love to hear from you. And remember, crypto deep divers, we the people take control our money. Stay wise, stay safe, peace. I'm not a financial advisor. Investing in cryptocurrency and other commodities can have inherent risks. Please use your due diligence.